Okay. There we are. I wanted us to share the entire screen so that we can all move together, not just one window. Yeah, that's much better. So all of us will do the same. I can see our numbers have gone up, meaning some have come later, but I'm sure at the end we'll catch up what we were talking about. So at least all of us, since this is the first sharing, we all agree that distance education is any form of organized teaching and learning where students and teachers are physically separated, and technology is used to bridge this physical instructional gap. That is very important. That's the reason why we are sharing this, is because we want the university to be ahead, especially in terms of understanding what is this distance that is involved in that. But still, it's important for us to appreciate also the effort of many. Sorry, that's not this one. It's important to appreciate the effort of the team working behind, and that has worked also effortlessly to make sure that we are moving, and we encourage them to work towards the end. And that is why I'll be able to appreciate all the people, especially the ones on your screen, who sat down to write the program, to write the required documentation. Thank you. There was Mungania in that evening. There was Macau. There was Madam Mainye. Ruito, thank you so much. George Chege from ICT, he assisted us a lot in terms of the equipment and what required, together with Timothy Combe. Thank you, because they participated, and I'm sure they are willing to make the success of everything, and we really appreciate the effort in terms of that. Having known that, therefore, we can go straight away to see what are we supposed to know by the end of today. Number one is that the entire team, we should be able to access the LMS online. So there are many ways of pushing the Dell up, but among the tools we're going to use is an LMS. And this LMS is what we expect to know. Accessing is the first thing. And that is why we look at one of the questions that was in the sharing is, do we know where the LMS is? So we went ahead to find out, and I know what came out of that. So in the first less than 5 minutes, all of us should be able to access it, create an account, log in, then we can move forward. So we look at the interface later, we look at the registering of accounts, locating courses, but we're going step by step, so don't worry about that. I'm taking us straight into the address, pueyaelearning.ac.ke. And I request that all of us be able to get there. And from the expectation is that I don't expect all of us to have an account on this, but we have made the system to be autonomous. It can be able to run without requiring any support. So I'm going to open the address and see where to start from. If you intend to do an online class, the first thing to do is to know the address of the LMS. That is the address on the screen right now, if you can look at it. So I'm going to type it on my browser so that we can go to move together. Hello. Okay, so I think, okay. So having the address of the LMS, let's type it together, pueyaelearning.ac.ke. Once you type that address, press enter. What you expect to see is a screen like the one. Because we are moving all of us together, I wish all of us to type that address. Screen is zoomed out. So you expect to see a screen like this, all of us. This is the simple interface, no much complications. And if you have an opportunity, you can confirm and say you are there so that we can move together, nobody to be left behind. We are here. So on your browser, you type pueyaelearning.ac.ke. Okay. Okay, thank you. Angie, I can see your hand. That's confirmation. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Now that we're here, I know some of us don't have login credentials, but some of us have. This is the same scenario you're going to see with your students. while we're going to synchronize some to the online, some may not have their data here or because of anything, then this is how we're going to create an account. So all of us, just be careful on how we move at it. While on this screen, take your cursor to the leftmost and click on login, like I've done. I believe we are moving together. Okay, I believe we're moving together, that's okay. The next thing is, because we don't have an account, you should see something here written, is this your first time here? Check that out. Click on create new account. And if you are lost, if you are stuck, you can put up your hand, because we are doing this for the first time, and I expect not many of us to be moving at the same pace, but subsequent trainings will probably be faster and easier. But today we said all of us are moving together. We all want to work as a team, move together, succeed in terms of making it go through that. All right, create account. If you click on create account, you should see a screen like the one I have on my screen now. Check on your screen. If you can see this new account, then let's go ahead and create the account. So something I want us to share about this is that in terms of the security requirements, this is not a very secure method of adding students into our portal. But on the other hand, we've put in place measures, or security measures, to ensure it is safe and the like. One of those measures include the following. If you look at the bottom, there's something written there, security question, I'm not a robot. This is a Google add-in that adds security to our platform, such that we know someone with the techno. Okay, okay. So among the securities we said is to ensure that this Google add-in that works. Number two is that you cannot create an account with any other email address apart from an extension ending with @queer.ac.ke. So I'm going to create one. For students, how you'll advise them is that they should use their registration number as the username. For example, if the student registration number is X35, you can use a dot or a dash, but not a stroke for now. We've advised that. X34 dot, let's say 20.2021. That for students, that's how they should do that. You create an account and the username will be there. So you'll advise them, advise your team as you take your students online to learn. You advise them that. They'll be having their training, I think the coordinator can confirm, next week on Wednesday, and therefore they'll be taught. But then I know not all of them will be present, but you can guide them as a lead on that. For staff, we will use the email address of, that you've been given for prayer. So if your name is, for example, Anthony Karaoke, you can write your name Anthony K at prayer.ac.ke. That will be your username. This is very important, so we all get together. I know after this meeting, we'll all try out. So those two things are very important, that we shall be using the email address for staff and faculty. We shall be using the student registration number for that. Now, next, so I'm going to use one. Let me just use, for example, Walter at prayer.ac.ke. Password. The password that we've, because of those security things we're talking about, we've made it meet all the requirements. I wanted us to make it easier, but I remembered that it may cause a lot of problems. It may cause a lot of issues, especially in terms of allowing hacking and the like. I can see Maggie's hand is up. Godfrey and Angie and Maggie.
No, I think I'm okay. I finally found where you were.
Thank you. Thank you. Godfrey?
I think I was losing you at some point.
Oh, sorry. Sorry for that. Angie, are you in with us?
Yeah. That was previously to show you that I could hear you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Angie. So let's proceed. So we said the password must meet the requirements. For example, if you type, so I'm going to use a word, a notepad, and see allowable passwords. You can't use a password like this because it lacks letters. You can't use a password like this because it lacks numbers. And that password therefore has to be, for example, my name is Walter, notice this. There's a capital letter, there are small letters, there's a symbol, and there are maybe numbers. So that is the only acceptable password. If you try to create an account, you can see how you have challenges because of missing something like this. But once we know what to expect, then it's easier for us to move forward. So create a password. So I've created my username, walter@koya.ac.ke. Password. I'm going to create my password like the one I've created here. It's called Walter@12345. That's my password. Then email address, the same email that I used up here, I'll type it here. Koya.ac.ke. So we are all creating accounts. Please create the account such that we can move together. Because if you don't have an account, the activities that follow this session will require you to log in and be inside the system. This is a hands-on sharing for us to be on the same page. First name, call it Walter. Surname, call it Walter B. City and town. And I want you to notice one of the most important fields you can't proceed before you put on your phone number. This is important because we shall be integrating this with an SMS also to enable you log in and also increase security of the system. Outside here, the world is very tempting, full of a lot of temptations, and even this system has people have attempted to hack it before, and therefore we need to add every opportunity to make sure that we are secure. So I'll put a phone number and choose your county. You can say, because I'm creating something to learn with, let me call it Nakuru. And then this point I said, I'm not a robot. You have to check it. This will depend what you're given. So if you're given this, I remember you do it once, not every time. So traffic lights, I can see one here, I can see another one here. And verify. Yeah, I'm not a robot, accepted. Then click on create my new account. And you see what has happened. I'm told an email should have been sent to this email address. It contains instructions on how to complete registration. If you have difficulty, contact the site administrator. Are we all here? Just confirm. We have created the accounts. Anyone who has got a challenge? All right.
They should know that it's a legitimate for them to.
Yes. An email they get, take the one they get. So the email you'll get, actually check on your mail, and unfortunately I don't have this email, so I'll be depending on your feedback. Are we all here?
Where are you?
Okay, we can see the screen. Look at my screen. An email should have been sent. If you're using your laptop, you're using your phone. Can you see something like this? Maggie?
No, sorry, I'm lost.
You can
see something. Just wait. Where? Okay, I see you. Okay. No, I don't see that. I don't see that.
Did you create an account? Have you gone through the stages of creating the account?
Yes, I did. And
you already have your account created?
Yeah, I think. Oh, okay.
If your account is up, that's okay. If your account is up, we don't require to do this. For those who already have the account, you can move ahead. But if you don't, and you've just created the account, you should see a screen like this telling you that a mail has been sent. So you go to your email and check the email for that. Maggie, I want to believe that you can log in now if you have created yours.
I'm not sure that I've created, but anyway, so
not sure.
I'll catch up.
You
I
catch
don't
up.
know.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Then you click continue for it to proceed. So just to show once more for those of us who are catching up, we said when you don't have a login credentials, we've made it to be autonomous. You can create your account automatically online, which must follow some rules. It must be at puer.co.ac.ke. And then for you to create is the first thing, type puer.elearning.ac.ke. Next, click on login. The third stage is to click on create a new account.
But if you have an account, you just...
Yeah, if you have an account, basically, thank you, things. If you have an account, just put in username and password, login. So this is for those who don't have an account. And since this is the first training, I want to believe some of us don't have an account. So we're going to create this. All right. And even your students may be asking you, they can't be able to log in, just advise them the same. We made it liberal for both students and staff and the faculty to be easier for us to interact with that. All right. So in these things I mentioned about this, for staff and the faculty as a whole, use your email, staff email. It can't accept any other email. If I try using, let's say, walter@gmail.com, and I put my password there, you'll get an error. So you can't use Gmail or any other, just use at puer.is. I want to believe all of us are in the same page. Okay, so we now move forward, believing that all of us are in. Phone number.
If you already have an account, okay, like I have an account, but of course I cannot remember anything I have asked for it to search. I'm not getting anywhere.
No problem. If you don't remember your password, I'm resetting the password right now.
Okay.
I'm resetting the password. You just need to give me your credentials. Just a minute.
Hang on, are we using the pre-existing passwords that we have for puer.ac.ke?
Yes, if you already have a password, that is all right. You can use that.
Okay.
You can try using it. Is there anyone who has forgotten a password? If you have forgotten, we can reset right now.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have.
So, forgotten your password. You just need to give me your. So I want us all to taking a few seconds to make sure that madam is in. She's forgotten her password. What's your username, madam?
As in the email.
Email, username, full name, anyone,
Maggie
any name.
Koech.
Yeah.
MARGIE Koech.
Koech. Let me use Koech, for example. And with Koech, I have about 49 names. Abigail. No. I think Koech gives us very.
Should be at Puer.
That's email. Koech, do you have
Yeah.
Can you see your name? If you can let me.
No, I don't see it.
It's true.
Okay, I may have even forgotten what username I used, to be honest.
But
Can I start afresh?
Okay, what about your full name?
I can greet you.
There I am. M. Koech.
M. Koech. Okay,
Maggie
good.
Koech. Yes.
I can see. Oh, that's 1 year. So I'm resetting your password right now. And we'll share the common password. Then you can change it later. So I've written just puer at 2022. Then you can change it once you log in.
Okay, sawa.
Thank you. Any other person who has forgotten his password? Because we want to be in, all of us.
Amuero.
So let's see.
Ka.
Oh, Kawero, sorry.
Come. Come. Weru. There is. Yep.
Okay. Sorry for that. So let me remove these other choices. All right, we got you. And I'm setting your password right now. So we used prayer at 2022 as the current password. Once you log in, you can change it to your P is capital, prayer, P is capital. Like any other person is left behind. If you can't log in, you've forgotten your password. What's your name? Okay, I'm here. Maragia. Just a minute. I've got another.
It's saying invalid password. Hi.
Maragia. So let's change that. Maragia, do you have an account? What's your other name? So don't seem to get you. Default. Everything is J, just background. Just a minute. Okay. I think we don't seem to have matter here. Well, she's assisted on the other side. I think we can continue with the rest of them. So if all of us have logged in and if you have logged in, let's proceed. So once you log in immediately, this is what you will see the window, like the one shown here in a few seconds. And for those who already have an email, an account, you can just log in directly. Internet seems to have hung. Okay, I think finally it's responded. So once you log in, this is a kind of screen you should see. All of us. And we'll take the next 1 or 2 minutes to understand this window. This is the default window, and it will be shown on the top right corner. You should see your profile information. If you click, you can see the dashboard, view profile, edit grades, and many things on that side for your own account. Next, you should see a small box for messaging. This is where if you've been sent a message by a colleague, a student, you can see it here. We've enabled messaging, and this message should disappear after 2 weeks. So a student can do a message to you, especially if you're online, and then you can check it later on that, and other notifications. On the side that I've selected right now, you can see this is where you search for a course, but then you can still pick a course based on the category on the left-hand side. Look on this section here. So we have all our courses here on the left-hand side, and you can pick the category of the course you want. For example, if there's a course called Odell, if you can't pick it from where it is down here on the left, you can actually type Odell, and the course will be available for you to see. So you can see it like what we have. So this is how you quickly search a course and move with it. And if we are all in, therefore, I want us to check and confirm that we've managed to be in. And if we are in, I want us all to enroll to a course called Odell. Let's try that. It's a playground for learning. You will search for that. Just on the lower side, you should see the home, which gives a default page. You should see the dashboard, which keeps data on your usage in terms of courses accessed. And you see the events that include, you may schedule events based on your course. For example, if you look at under events, you can see one that shows that assignment crosses on these upcoming events, or they're training with that. We can see all the events as they occur. So I should show you how to do this. We shall be learning on that. And your courses that you've been subscribed are all shown on my courses. So just for those of us who have used other platforms, somewhere you've seen that. But a quick one, if you look at hide blocks, you should see this button here. Its work is to ensure that you can hide or show this side of your screen, and you can switch to full screen if you want. Look at the effect. I don't know whether you can see your entire screen. I'm now spending the entire screen, or standard where I take up a certain percentage of the entire width on that. That's very important. You will most likely be looking on the left-hand side, and if you're on the home page, you might tell how many people are online right now. If I click on home, right now we've enabled this to show you that we have about 39 users online, and you can see them: Robin, Wycliffe, Muse, Abdal, and all those who are online at the moment have been online a few minutes ago. So that is to understand the entire window, because as we said again, being the first training, we understand the whole of it. Later on, we can now try to be very specific on other areas. And the lower side, information will be changing as it occurs. We shall change on based on that. All right, let's look for the course called Odell, all of us. So search Odell from that search, press enter, you'll see it, and then click to open it. So let's try out. And if you've got any challenge, you can share. Are we there? Because I'm expecting something different, and that's why I'm waiting a little of that. I'm expecting you to tell me something. It must tell you something about you're not enrolled to a course, something like that. Are we all there? Odell, you type Odell.
No.
Any challenges? Any challenges? This is a practical course, and therefore it's important that we are able to log in, because again, while it is true that we shall be available for training all through, and every day from 1 to 2, that number you used to log in will still be open, meaning you can just log in and interact with us. We shall be online. It's important we learn it together now and see any challenges you're likely to face, as well as your students. They may face the same issues during interaction. It's important to be on the page, on the same page in terms of that. Are we all in at the moment? We're in?
I don't think I'm on the page you're on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what I expect you to. Which page is it? What's on their page?
It says search results 1 where Odell LMS interface and lecturers are listed.
Okay, Maggie, you can share your screen.
Share my screen, really? Okay.
You can share your screen if you don't mind.
It's a green button.
Oh, gosh.
Are you able to?
Well, I don't know. No, I don't think I can. I can't even get, I'm lost from, I'm not even where, anyway. I don't think so right now. Just give me a few minutes.
We'll give you a few minutes, okay.
I find myself here, I'm lost.
All right. Allowed sharing of the screen if I'm not allowed for this. If you have a challenge, you can, any other person can share screen right now. If you have any challenges right now, just share your screen. And as we said, we are all learning from the beginning. After this, I'm sure many of us will be on the same page. What we said was immediately you log in, you are likely to see a page like this one. Let me hide some of this. When you see this, we said search for the course or DEL in the search criteria. Once you search, you should see like what you're seeing on your screen right now. Click and tell me what you see. I know some are using the phones. If you're using a phone, you can actually minimize. You can put your app aside. You can go back home and open a browser, log in. Because you can do it both from your phone and your laptop or your desktop. Can be both. Anyone who is here?
Yes, please. It's me, Amin.
So I've just switched on my role a little bit for you to see from the student side. Sorry. Okay. You may have not reached here, some may have reached, but for us to be on the same page, I just created an account earlier on. And what I'm going to do is to use that account because it doesn't have, it shows that I'm not yet enrolled in the course. Right now, what the screen you're looking at, I'm already enrolled into the course. And that is why I want to batch out. So I'm going to use my other account I just created. It takes a few seconds because we can, so that's the screen you expect to see, not this one. So I'm going to look at users. Okay, if you're all here, so let's confirm. All right, I've just logged out of my account now and logged in with the Walter. There. All right, let's proceed. I think at this stage, just a minute. All right. So how many of us are on the course? Just confirm me because we said it's a practical session. If you're on the course, just confirm kindly. You can confirm by putting up your hand or just responding. If you're in.
Yes, I'm there.
Thank you. Any other? Kupara, you're in?
Yes, I'm in.
Thank you. I want to believe Njoroge also. Edit. Perfect. So if you're in, I want us to go to the course. It has got self-enrollment. That's what I wanted you to maybe to report. The moment you try to click on the course, it will ask you if you want to enroll for the course. That is exactly what the students will see. The student will be asked if they want to enroll. I've made it to be automated, meaning once a student creates an account, he logs in, can pick your course and enroll himself into the course. Later on, we are adding courses that require someone to pay to enroll. For example, some short courses like SDL and others, we will be automating them. Then until you make a payment, then it enrolls into that. But if you have not, it will. So this specific course is free to enroll. You don't pay anything on that. And once you enroll, you should see something like this. So this is a very important screen that we're looking at, all of us, because it shows us a rough idea on how the entire of the program we shall run, that you can actually put all your data here. Just before anything else, you can see announcements, course outline, survey 1, feedback, 10 February, accessing the resource and the like. So you are the one in charge. This is a playground, and we used it for training earlier the other week. And at this stage, before even I go much, I'm going to give it back to Simon to show you how to add content, especially the label content onto your Moodle. How do you add now your content to that? Because we shall be more interested in this area on how to add the content. And be aware that at the Odell offices, we assist you. You can come here, we can assist you on how to add content and many other things. Therefore, as you learn, be aware there's a support team beside you. Mr. Simon, please.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Walter.
So thanks, Walter, a lot. I think so far we've been shown how to log in. I believe that each one of us is able to. Maybe my role now will be something that we'll be interacting day in, day out. Yeah. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay. Want to share my screen, then from there I can take you through what I'm saying. So I'm hoping that you are able to see the screen that I've shared here, and I had actually logged into the system. What I can do, maybe let me drag this down to that place. So if you can see, maybe I can go back so that we start at some point. Anyway, I'm already logged in to the system. You can see here we have the home dashboard, events, my courses. If you can be able to see from your end there, you can see that I have quite a number of courses because I've been using this system for the last like 2 years in Square. So those are my courses that I've been interacting with. Each one of them, they have resources. Just open like SMA 220. Maybe they have resources. You can see the course description, the main course reference materials, moment generating function. This is a video which you can click and maybe watch. So my thing for now, let me search the Odell post that he showed you. So once you have logged into the system, you come to this search engine, then you search the course name, for example, Odell, enter. Okay, our course is here, where Odell LMS interface. So if you click this, if that's the course that you have been assigned, you can see that you are inside now. So my main area will be to show you how to add materials and activities, or resources and activities. So for you to add resources and activities, once you are in the course, the first thing you need to do, and I hope that maybe if I'm going faster, you can ask. If maybe you want to get anything, you kindly inquire. So when you want to add resources, the resources include the notes and so on. So maybe you just come here to this wheel on the top right here. You can see. You click that wheel, then there's a drop down. So when you want to add a resource or an activity, you just come down to turn editing on here. So click turn editing on. So it's on, I believe. You can see now it's on. If now you check, you will find that it is on. I think my internet is not very stable, so let's see. Okay, you can see here now, it has turned to turn editing off, meaning that it's on now. So if I wanted to add an activity or a resource, let's say in topic 1, or maybe in the announcement section here, you just come down to that section where there is add an activity or a resource. I believe everybody can see that. Then you click add an activity or a resource. Which activities do we have in the online Moodle platform? You can see activities here. So we have assignments, chat, choice, database, external tool, feedback, forum, grocery, lesson, quiz, SCORM package, survey, wiki, or a workshop. So assuming I want to put some assignment for students so that the students can do on their end, scan and upload for marking. So what they do, just add an activity. Yeah. So maybe before I show how to do it, those are activities. If I scroll this down, we have resources. So the resources include books, file, folder, IMS content package, label, package, and URL. So maybe on the activity section, maybe I'll cover two, mainly assignment and a quiz. So how do you add an assignment? You just click on assignment, then you come to the bottom right, you see add here, so you click add. So it's loading. Odell assignment. So, Odell assignment. Once you are there, there is description. You might be wanting maybe to tell your students that maybe this assignment should be completed in a week's time. So you say the assignment should be completed in a week's time. In a week's time. So for the students to be able to see what you've written, you must click here. So you display. Then from there, you go to the files. So you go to the files and upload your assignment. Alternative B, you can open where the assignment is, maybe assuming this is my assignment, and you drag it. So like I can drag it to the Moodle. So drag it and place it there. Like that. So down here, allow submission from, so maybe today, for how many weeks? 2 weeks. So if today 16th, you can go to 23rd. If you want to increase the time maybe to 30th, you can do it. Yeah. So then from there, submission type. Do you want online text whereby students go and type online? If you want it, you click here. If you want an upload such that the students type online, or maybe submit this, you click both. So when you are at that, maximum number of uploads, 20. Settings here, which we'll talk about later. So you just come and save and return to course. Okay, if you do that, when you come to your course, where is it? Where does call it Odell assignment? Yeah. So now when a student comes, so you can see it's written due 2nd March 2022. That's the date we put. So if a student clicks here, he or she will be able to find the assignment. Then maybe they just open the assignment. It will download for them to do. Once they have uploaded, you will come to view all submissions. Yeah, once they have uploaded from the end, when the time is up, view all submissions, you just click it. Yeah. If there are no submissions, it will tell you there are no submissions. So I think that's how you can add an assignment. I don't know, we don't want to put you here for long. So we could have maybe given you a chance to, maybe demonstrate. Somebody should, we could have given a chance for somebody maybe to demonstrate how to add an assignment activity, but I don't think that or we just proceed to the next activity. Okay, maybe keeping quiet might mean that we have understood everything, so no need of that. So basically, that's how you can add an assignment. Maybe activity 2 that you can add, the procedure is the same. You turn editing on, like in this case, our editing is on, so we have no.
Mr. Nyakora.
Turn it off.
Hello.
Something. To add activity or resource.
Yes, Madam Kamweri.
On it. Okay, maybe you want to add something.
Isn't that enough information for one afternoon?
Okay. Okay. I think then what we do, let's go to adding just one what resource. Then we stop there. So that we don't create enemies. Is that okay? Kindly give us a few minutes. So add an resource. You can add here. So we have seen how you add an assignment as an activity. So maybe we go to a resource, for example. You want to add some notes as a book or a file. You turn it on, then come to what is the source. You click the resource and make a file. Then you come to back down here, you add it. So it brings the name of the as notes. You can give a description, it's optional. So what do? You can go and drag the file here, or so that it can redirect you for it to what is saying. You just drag and drop. It's okay. We just do like we did the other one. Maybe these are our notes. You pull it and drop it on that section. Sorry, let me go back. Okay, let me pull it afresh. So just pull it like we did the assignment. Just pull it and drop it there. And of course, you save. Once you've saved that, your students can access the class notes from wherever they are. You just open. So maybe let me return the microphone. See what can be done next time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Simon. And I thank you all of you for being able to participate and in the first session of training where we are learning something new. Because we can't learn everything today, and I agree with Kamweru, especially if you have not done before, participated in anything, you can't take in everything. That's very important information. But also I want to share that the Odell team is available all through. After this session, I request that if you have got any challenge, you pass through the department, you'll be assisted. We have the tools, we have the time, and we have what it takes to make sure that you go online, and it will be okay. That the moment we say we're moving online, we will help you too. And what you've heard from Simon, you can have a very well organized approach to presenting, but it's only until you discover the tips on how to do it yourself in terms of that. At this time, we may request for any questions that you may have before we move forward. And a question you think is very important, this is very important, the correct time. So if you have any question, I can see Nyaga there, Muwambo, Kupara, any question that you think you can ask. Yes, Maggie.
Yes, thanks so much for that. I guess for me, it was a bit of a refresher. I have not been on the platform for a long time, but I want to ask, in the OT department, we have actually been trying, and it had previous trainings, but I find that the lecturers are reluctant to use the PUER Moodle. I think because they have found it difficult to use compared, say, to Zoom or to even Google Meet. And I'm wondering how can we as an institution encourage or increase the demand level to use the Moodle platform? How, or how can it be made more friendly? Because the lecturers just don't use it. They know they've been trained before, but it just doesn't seem, even me, I have tried it with my classes, one or two, but somehow Zoom just seems so much easier. So what do you tell us?
Thank you. That's a very important question. And Njoroge? Njoroge, Stephen, please. Okay, as Njoroge prepares to, first of all, I need to clarify something, Madam Maggie, that Zoom is actually supposed to be a plugin within Moodle. We have tools. One of the questions we asked, you saw from the first survey we did, was to find out which tool have you used. Some have used Microsoft Teams, some have used Zoom, some have used Skype, some have used the big blue button, and others have used other tools like Google Meet that exist. But all these tools are sub-tools of an LMS. Yeah, they all can be embedded within that LMS. An LMS is the entire thing. An LMS enables you to organize your work, your notes. You can't do all that on Zoom, where you have your resources well organized, download a list of your students, give an assignment and get it back. And that Zoom is a plugin you can add to your course such that students can come, or you can have a scheduled class, for example, on Friday at 2, and then you have a one-on-one interaction or live interaction. The power of an LMS is so much, and I think your sentiments reflect not just yours and many other people are the same. And I think that is the reason why we need this, and for you to be aware and others that when the department is in place like this, it's very easy for you. Just pass by the department and we guide you through step by step on how to organize your work and how to assess, how to get data and the like. And that's a very important question. Thank you for that, Maggie. So I would request for those who have any challenges, just pass by and we'll guide you on that. Our work will be mainly to make sure that we have got our students onboarded, then the staff onboarded. It will be easier for us to interact from that. Maggie?
Thank you.
Njoroge, you had a question?
Yeah, of course, we know that we have interacted about this software. So we hope that maybe let's energize our drive towards understanding better and help students do the same, more so for their excellence. Because we find that in the previous interactions, we find that lecturers are sending models, students notes by WhatsApp or emails. So if we maybe accept to go this route of Moodle, I think it will be saying that you just put your notes there so that the students can access them from the other end. Maybe you can take one or two questions before finishing, because I know people are tired and don't want to make enemies while we are. Okay, so maybe today was just to make people aware that there's an e-learning platform, and we welcome you the same. Kindly pass by our offices or reach us for any consultation, and we believe that we can take it to the next level. So maybe if no question, then somebody can close the word of prayer. We hope maybe next time's engagement will be more involving. Thank you. We have volunteer. Just close with the word of prayer.
And let's pray. Lord God, we thank you for putting us alive, keeping us alive, and making us meet this afternoon. We pray that you may help our university to excel in all other matters, especially on what we are learning right now. Pray for your strength, pray for your knowledge, and open our minds that we also remember you all the time, all the years. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you. So thanks a lot, guys. Kindly feel free to engage with us as far as the new platform is concerned. We are open 24/7. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you and bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, children. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Karibu mbele sikanyaga vitu ni gongo ya. Nataka kwenda hivi nyuma. Nataka kwenda nataka niende mbele. Naweza enda mbele. Eh.